All right, friends, let's make our way up to the carpet and sit in our assigned carpet spots, please. All right, now that all my friends are up here. So if we look at our schedule right here on the side of the board, we see we're at ELA. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna start out, and I want you guys to look up at our board. So, does anyone know what animal this is? Billy? They're whales, yes. So I want a few of my friends to share some facts that they know about whales. So, who wants to share what they already know about whales? Samir, what do you know about whales? You know they live in water? Yeah, whales do live in water. All right. Abby, what do you know about whales? You know whales are really big? Yeah, whales can be huge. They can be so big. Who else has one fact they know about whales? Blake, what do you know about whales, Blake? You know that they jump out of water? They do jump out of water. As you can see in all these different pictures up here. Yeah, they do jump out of water. All right, so what we're gonna do today is we're gonna read a book about whales. So I'm gonna pass out a book to all of my friends. Here you go, friends. So I want you guys to take a minute or two and you're gonna look through your whale book. Don't read anything, just look at the pictures, okay? So just look through your book. All right, now that everyone has had a chance to look at their book, we're gonna do popcorn reading. Does everyone know what popcorn reading is? Jess, you don't know what popcorn reading is? All right, so popcorn reading is, so what we're gonna do is everyone's gonna read one sentence, and then they're gonna raise their hand for who wants to read next, and I'll call on someone to read next. So we're gonna start out, I'm gonna read one or two sentences, and then I'll call on some friends who wanna read. So let's go ahead and do that. Good, all right. Now that we have finished the book, I want a couple of my friends to tell me some facts they learned about whales from the book. So who learned a new fact about whales from reading our book together? Jackson, what is something that you learned about whales? You learned that they swim really fast. They do swim fast, it was said that in our book. Who else knows something about whales that they learned from our book? Nayeli, what did you learn about whales from reading our story? You learned that they are loud. Yeah, whales can be loud. Does I have one more friend who knows something that they learned about whales from reading our book? Blake, what did you learn? You learned that they're mammals? Yes, whales are mammals. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna open up our book, and I'm gonna point out an important fact on each page. I'm gonna do this for a few pages. All right, so we're gonna start out. So open our book up. On the first page, you can see that whales live in salt water. You can see it right here under this picture. Whales live in salt water. Does everyone see it? Go ahead and point to that important fact in our book. Good. All right, if you flip to the second page, you will see right here that it says, they may look like fish, but they are mammals. Did everyone know that whales are mammals? Or was that something new that we learned? Let's see with a raise of hands. All right, so we did learn some new stuff today. All right, on the third page, at the top right here, you will see that whales go to the surface to get a breath of fresh air. Who knew that about whales? That they breathe fresh air like we breathe. That was a new fact for almost everyone. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is, now that we have gone through the whole entire book and I've pointed out some important facts on each page, I want a few of my friends to point out some more facts that we didn't talk about that are in the book. So, who can open up a page, tell me what page you're on, and show me where the fact is? Megan. Oh, on page 9. Everyone open up to page 9, please. On page 9, you see an important fact. And what is that fact, Megan? That whales eat fish. Yes, some whales do eat fish. So, who else can tell me an important fact about fish? Billy, what page are you on, Billy? Page 1. So everyone flip to page 1, please. And Billy, where is your fact at? Can you point? Billy, what does that fact say? What did you learn about whales? You learned that they are mammals? Yes, they are mammals. Does anyone else have a fact they want to share? About a new fact. Yes, a new fact. All right, so what we are going to do next is I want you guys to meet with your ELA partners. Does everyone know who their ELA partners are? Go ahead and find them and sit next to your buddy on the carpet, please. Quietly, yes. All right, everyone eyes on me. So, what we are going to do next is you guys are going to stay with your ELA partners and you're going to take turns reading the book. So, what I should be hearing is each partner reading a sentence going back and forth, but you should be reading quietly enough I don't hear you all the way across the room at the back table. Yes. So, when you guys are done reading the story, I want you to talk about facts that you learned about whales with your partner. Quietly. But remember, I don't want to hear your voices all the way in the back room if you're up front. So I need you guys to use voice level of 1. You guys are going to go and read at your ELA spots. Does everyone remember where your ELA spots are? Everyone remembers? Great. So everyone can go to their ELA spots, but I need to talk to Megan, Billy, Blake, and Charlotte. If you could come up here before you go back to your ELA spots. Good. All right. So, hey friends, how are you doing? Good. So, what I have another book for you guys to read. So once you're finished, since Megan and Billy, you're partners, Blake and Charlotte, you're partners. Once you guys are done reading your first book about whales and talking about it with each other, I want you guys to grab this other book about whales, and I'm going to put it on the bench right here so you guys know where to grab it when you're done reading, okay? You don't have to read the whole entire book, but it's just something extra for you guys to read when you're done with the whale book. All right. Go to your ELA spots and start reading quietly, please. Thank you. So, I'm going to give you guys about 8 to 9 minutes to finish reading your book and talk about your facts with your partners. So make sure you keep the side chatter to a minimum so you guys can get done with your things in that amount of time, all right? All right. I'll be at the back table with a few friends. If anyone needs help, you can raise your hand. Or if I don't see your hand, you can come back to the back table and get me, okay? All right, have fun. All right, friends. So I see that everyone is done reading our books and our timer went off. So the next thing that we're going to do is I'm going to pass out this paper. And on this sheet of paper, it has questions about whales that we've learned from our book. So you guys are going to stay at your ELA reading spots with your partner. And, well, you're going to stay at your ELA spots where your partner's sitting too. And you're going to work on this paper. But this paper is independent. Can someone tell me what independent means? Gage. What does independent mean? It means working on the paper by yourself and not talking to your neighbor. Correct. So, friends, you can stay in your ELA spot with your partners, but I should hear no talking. If you have a question, you can come to the back table and ask me a question, but we're working independently, so there should be no talking, okay? So I'm going to go ahead and pass out all these papers to our friends. And then over here is Megan, Billy, Blake, and Charlotte's spot. Hey guys, so since you guys had to read the other book, I have another worksheet for you guys to fill out. But for the second worksheet, it is okay if you don't finish it all because it was for the second book, but you need to finish the first one, okay? All right, here you go. So, once you guys are done with the paper, please put your name at the top and put it in the turn it in bin that is over there. Yes, you guys all know where the turn it in bin is. Perfect. So, whenever you are done with your paper, you're going to grab a book and you guys are going to read quietly in your spots. after the paper is done. So there should be no talking when you're done with your paper. Just grab a book, and if your neighbor's trying to talk to you, go ahead and move spots so you're not tempted to talk to them, okay? All right, don't forget to put your names on your paper. And I will also be at the back of the classroom at the table. If you guys need help, you feel free to come back and ask me a question, okay? So I'm gonna give them about 10 minutes to do their paper and turn it in. Once I see everyone is done, if it's done before the timer goes off, I will call you guys back to the carpet, okay? All right, good luck, everyone. So, all right. Did everyone turn their paper in the turn it in bin? Yep. Okay, can you guys please come back up to your carpet and sit in your assigned carpet squares? So, today we learned how to pick important information out of the story. Who can share a few things they learned about whales from reading our story? Ivy, you learned that whales are mammals? Yes, whales are mammals. Good job, Ivy. Who else learned something about whales from reading our story and picking out the important information? Bryce, what did you learn? You learned that whales live in saltwater? Yep, whales do live in saltwater. Good job, Bryce. So, now I want everyone to think inside their brains of our vocabulary words that are up here on the board. So I want everyone to look at our vocabulary words and think about them. Does anyone remember seeing these vocabulary words in our whale book? So I want you to think inside your brains. Take a minute or two to think. Do you remember seeing any of these words in our book? Who remembers a vocabulary word? Kaya. Do you remember a vocabulary word? Sound? You think sound was in our book? Let's check. Do you remember what page it was on? The first couple pages? Yes! Sound was in our book. Good job, Kaya. Does anyone else remember anything or any vocabulary words that are up here on our board that are also in our book? A few more friends. Who else? What else do we remember? Jack, what do you remember? The word big. Yes, big was in our book, and it's also on our list right there. Who else? Abby. What else do you remember, Abby? You remember the word air? Yeah, air is right there, and it's also in our book. Good job, Abby. So, friends, make sure that our books are away and our papers are in the turn it in bin. And that concludes ELA. Thank you.